Pinocchio meets the parrot who takes him to the sea. Suddenly Pinocchio heard a voice. "Stop crying, child. Tell me, why are you here?" Pinocchio saw the parrot over his head. "Don't you know? I came to find the beautiful fairy, and she is dead. I can't stop crying," said Pinocchio. "Tell me," said the parrot, "do you know Pinocchio? He is a puppet." The puppet jumped to his feet. "I am Pinocchio." "Do you know Geppetto?" asked the parrot. "Do I know him? He's my poor papa." "Will you take me to him?" "Is he alive? I saw him 3 days ago by the sea," answered the parrot. "The poor man looked for you, but could not find you. So he made a little boat to go to another country to look for you." "How far is it from here to the sea?" asked Pinocchio. "If you want to go, I can take you there." "How?" "Sit on my back." "Oh, thank you!" cried Pinocchio and jumped on the parrot's back. The next morning they got to the sea. There were many people by the sea. "Oh, poor man, Pinocchio heard. "What's the matter?" asked Pinocchio. "A poor father can't find his boy. He wants to look for him on the other side of the sea. So he made a little boat," answered an old woman. "Where is the little boat?" "There it is," said the old woman. Pinocchio saw a little boat with a very little man in it, far out on the sea. "It's my papa! It's my papa!" he cried. Soon nobody could see the boat. It was too far away. "Poor man," said the people, and they went away. Then they heard a cry. They looked round and saw a little boy in the sea. "I'll save my papa," he cried. "Poor boy," said the people.
Pinocchio comes to an island and finds the fairy again. Pinocchio wanted to help his father, so he swam all night. In the morning, he saw an island in the sea. He swam to the island. The sun was bright and the sky was blue. The puppet put his clothes in the sun. He wanted to dry them. Then he began to look at the sea. Where was the little boat? He looked and looked, but could see nothing, only the blue sky and the blue sea. There was no little boat with a little man in it. He began to cry. But at that moment he saw a big fish in the sea. "Are there any towns on this island, Sir Fish?" asked Pinocchio. "Yes, there are," answered the fish. "You'll find a town not far from here." "And how can I get there?" "You must go to your left. You swim about the sea all day and all night. didn't you see a little boat with my papa in it yesterday? I think the dogfish ate him up last night, said the fish. Is the dogfish very big? Asked Pinocchio. Big? He is as big as a house. Oh, cried the poor puppet. Then he put on his clothes quickly and said, Goodbye, Sir Fish. Thank you very much. He went to the left and soon came to a little town. There were many people in the town. They were all very busy. Everybody was at work. Oh, said lazy Pinocchio at once, I see that this town is not for me. I don't like to work. But he was very hungry. How could he get some food? He could ask for a little work, or he could beg. But his father always said to him, It is very bad to beg. Everybody must work. Then Pinocchio saw a man with a small cart. Pinocchio went up to him and said, Will you give me some money? I am very hungry. Help me to pull this cart, and I'll give you some money. It isn't very heavy, said the man. Oh no, I won't do the work of a donkey, cried the puppet. Then, my boy, said the man, if you are so hungry, eat your laziness. Pinocchio begged and begged, but the people all said, How can you beg? Go and look for work. At last he saw a nice little girl with 2 jugs of water. Will you give me some water to drink? Asked Pinocchio. Drink, my boy, if you want to, said the girl. Pinocchio drank some water. Then he said, Thank you. I don't want to drink now, but I am so hungry. The girl said at once, Help me to carry home these 2 jugs of water, and I'll give you a piece of bread. Pinocchio looked at the jugs and didn't answer. Then you'll have some nice soup, said the kind girl. Pinocchio looked at the jugs again, but said nothing. And after the soup, I'll give you some nice sweets. When Pinocchio heard this, he cried, I'll carry the jugs to your house. The jugs were heavy, so the puppet carried them on his head. They went into the house. Pinocchio sat down at a small table, and the girl put bread, soup, and sweets in front of him.